Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's installment of the Grand Slam Wrestling series I have been doing. Today, it's another battle for the World Heavyweight Championship. We have Dory Funk Jr., who is a bit of a fan favorite in Japan. He battles Hiroyoshi Tenzan. This will be the first of two world title defenses we'll have for you this week, so this is kind of going to be matches of the week, plural. And hello there, everybody. I'm Big Paulie coming to you. Glad to be back with you all. I took a little time off to kind of revel in the successes of the local Tampa Bay teams down here. Of course, the Bucks winning the Super Bowl last week, and they're racing in Daytona today as I record this February 14th, although they have been marred by rain as I look at my monitor here. And today we had Dory Funk Jr., who last week won the world title over Jim Lundos in Detroit. He goes and battles Hiroyoshi Tenzan, who was the international champion not too long ago, here in year number 4. This is week 8, and we'll have a GSW All-Stars card for you at the end of this week, and it'll be another world title defense that we will be covering. It's just a matter of who will be the champion for it. And now we'll look at our championship roll call as we normally do. Dory Funk winning the world title, and he'll be using his champion's card, and we will show you that as we set up this match. We have one other change. Everything else has stayed the same, but Eddie Gilbert is now the international champion, pulling off a big upset in Portland and defeating Luthez. So no one seems to want that international title, as it keeps passing around like a hot potato. We'll go over the match results from earlier in the card as we pull out our. Well, first let me show you the champion set, and I referred to this last week as Dory Funk became the world champion. There are about, let me see here, 5, 10, 15, about between 20 and 25 different champions who have a champion's card, and which makes them much stronger. Like Dory Funk here, his overall rating is 242, and his pin rating starts at 962, and his stamina rating is way higher at 89.4. So he will be the champion, and Hiroyoshi Tenzan the challenger, and this is a one fall 60-minute time limit match. And let me just set up the particulars here. The trade hold recommendations, well, ropes arm hold for Funk, but that will not be used. Let's go over the 7 matches that already took place on this Tokyo card. And that was Chino Hernandez winning by countout even before the match started over Tony Gurria. Ultimo Dragon won by DQ over Ivan Koloff, as Gino Fernandez thought he needed a little bit more of a workout. He attacked Ultimo Dragon. A draw between Jumbo Tsuruta and Hiro Matsuda. Matsuda, of course, you may recall, was the former World Junior Heavyweight Champ. He's now not a universal free agent, but an unrestricted free agent. He gets to participate in the cards wherever they are, whenever he wants to, such as Hulk Hogan is. He defeated Koji Kamemoto in 1855 with a chop after Kamemoto put a beating on him most of the match. The Japanese tag team of Misawa and Kawada defeated Studd and Butera, John Studd and Ked Butera, by count. Antonio Inoki revenged an earlier loss to Ultimo Guerrero, scoring a pin of his own in 24 minutes in the 45-minute semi-main. And we had our first Bell of the Brawl tournament match. This is the 3rd annual Bell of the Brawl tournament, which grows every year. This year we had 37 runners. And in the first round of Group 1, we put everybody in 16 random groups. So we're having the round of 3 in the first 5 groups. So it's 5 groups of 3, 2 groups of 11, and they will have a final, and then they will be randomly paired as the tournament progresses. Mae Young won the first tournament, and Fabulous Moolah. When we had 33 competitors last year, Moolah did not get one of the 31 buys. She had to beat Wendy Richter in the first round, a battle of women's heavyweight titans. And she also did not get a draw in this year's tournament. Moolah did go on and win the tournament, winning 6 matches. But China defeated Ivory, a former ladies champion. She was the first GSW women's champion in a little over 25 minutes. So that brings us to our main event. And it is one fall 60 minutes, and Tenzan and Dory Funk Jr. have the same rating, 139. The rankings that I use, everybody starts with 100 points, and they move up with wins and move down with losses, and they are both at 139. So we're going to start this match. And Gary says you could put it on the board. Dory Funk Jr. will win, and he should retain his championship. Of course, Dory Funk Jr. This is the first time I have ever in the history of GSW used a champion's card, so this will be very interesting. See how this plays out. You should see a much stronger Dory Funk Jr. here than the man who beat Jim Lundos to win the title last week. And we are underway. An auto control loss by Tenzan right away, so Dory Funk gets control. Legal low blow by Funk. Tenzan. They're both heels here, but I think Dory will get a little more favorable crowd reaction. Body slam by Funk was countered. Supplé, no sale there. A ropes move by Tenzan, a kick by Funk. Supplé attempt by Dory Funk Jr., no. Illegal throat chop by Funk, as I remind myself to look up and check the tallies. Tenzan's already 23 points from losing a stamina level, even though he's taken only 26 points of damage. Funk has lost 10 so far. Legal whip to the ropes by Funk. Tenzan moving closer to a stamina level loss. A headlock by Funk was countered by Tenzan. We're 3 minutes in. Headlock by Tenzan countered by Funk. Body slam by Funk. A running power slam, 9 points off. And now Tenzan about to lose a stamina level here. Legal throat chop by Tenzan. Legal forearm by Dory Funk. And he likes to throw those forearms. 7-point stamina hit by Tenzan. So Funk out of the gate doing well early in this title defense. Unsure of who he will get in the GSW All-Stars card. That is still being worked out. It could be a rematch with Jim Lundos. Arm holds by Funk outside of the ring. Remember, he doesn't have to win. Tenzan has to get a pin or a submission. Body slam by Funk Jr. Tenzan has already taken a stamina hit. Specialty move, butterfly, supplé, and that is it. Very quickly out of the gate, it is Dory Funk Jr. winning and retaining the championship. 6 minutes and 12 seconds looked like it was the time. Dory Funk Jr. was simply the better wrestler tonight. Dramatic win over Tenzan that puts an exclamation point on what Jr. has been saying for a long time, that he is simply the best world heavyweight champion ever. Well, I don't think he's been saying that too much as of yet. Your time, 6 minutes, 12 seconds, as I was stating. And this was a real one-sided affair. It got 3 stars. Dory Funk Jr. only broke a little bit of a sweat, losing 10 points, and Tenzan losing 74 in stamina, I should say. And as I said, the time of the match, 6:12. But we will be back in a few days to show you who Funk Jr. gets in GSW All-Stars. The thinking is that it could be a rematch with Jim Lundos. In the matches will be held in Toronto, Canada. So we look forward to that. And with that, we bid you adieu. This has been Big Paulie coming to you, wishing you well, Godspeed, and God bless. We'll do it all again soon, and bye-bye for now, everybody.